Good evening, everyone. We're going to open the public hearing for school choice. It's May 6th, 2024, and we'll start with pledge allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If I could have the superintendent read off the fire department regulations.
Sure. We have two exits located here. There'd be a fire alarm. If those are blocked for any reason, we can exit right through this door here and follow the exit signs, illuminated exit signs. So the nearest exit.
And as I stated, this is a public hearing for school choice, and we'll start by having the superintendent give explanation of school choice.
Sure. Through the chair, the school committee must vote prior to June 1st as to whether the district will or will not participate in the school choice program for the next school year. As we continue to have a large waiting list each year for in-district students, we do not have any additional slots for out-of-district students. Therefore, I am recommending that the school committee vote to not participate in the school choice program. The superintendent director recommends the school committee vote not to participate for the 2024-2025 school year.
Thank you. And with that explanation and that recommendation, is there anyone from the public that wishes to be heard or speak to that? Seeing none, are there any members of the committee that have any questions or wish to speak to it? Short public hearing. Okay. Seeing none, I would ask for a motion to adjourn from the public hearing.
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And with that, we will open the regular school committee meeting of May 6, 2024. And I'd like to start tonight's meeting on a somber note, I guess. As everyone's aware, the school suffered a loss during the spring break this year, Noah DuPont. He was a senior here at Bay Path in the plumbing department and passed away as the result of a tragic accident on April 14th. And I'd just like to ask that, and I'm sure everyone already has, kept Noah and his family and friends and school community in your thoughts and prayers ever since the news broke. I think in addition to the request of everyone's continued thoughts, I'd just like to share a couple comments about the support that was provided to Noah's family and friends and the general school community by the school community during the whole time period when everything transpired. There was a celebration of life on the Friday preceding Noah's services, and it was at 508, which is a kind of a motocross in Charlton. Obviously, Noah was very into that sport. The outpouring that was present that night was absolutely amazing. I mean, I don't know how many people were there, but it was a lot. And it wasn't just present students from Bay Path and present administration from Bay Path and present teachers. It was past and present. And that just says something about the school community here at Bay Path. It says something about Noah, obviously. And I just kind of want to express that and share that, how nice it was to see that, even though it was such a sad occasion. I'd also like to specifically thank Kyle and Dean, because as I mentioned, it occurred during school vacation, yet Kyle and Dean and the administration in general and school support staff, teachers, made the building and the school and resources available during the week when school was closed for students who felt the need to come in and talk to someone. And that's important. That not only happened during the school vacation, but it happened again when the school opened once again after school break. And then the support that was provided by the school to Noah's family after and still continuing is something else that's noteworthy and speaks a lot to, you know, how APAT operates. So again, just wanted to share that. Ask for continued thoughts for Noah's family because him being a senior, it's a tough time coming up with graduation and all those senior events coming up that the family will be working through, and Noah's girlfriend, who's also a senior here at APAT, will be working through. So just continued thoughts as that time all comes. So, with that, we will go into regular business. And the first item we have on the agenda is approval of minutes from April 1st.
So moved. Second.
Any changes or discussion? All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Approval of warrants, they're circulating. If you haven't got them, raise your hand and pass them your way. Is there a motion to approve and sign the warrants?
So moved. Second.
Motion second. Any questions, discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Abstentions? Motion carries. Correspondence, Anne Marie? No correspondence. Student Advisory Committee. Kirsten, this is the last one. Make it a good one.
Things are starting to wind down at school for the seniors. Next week is our finals and our prom, and then AP testing will also be occurring during this week. And then our next academic week, we will be having graduation rehearsals, our class trip, and ending with graduation. And most of the seniors are finalizing their postgraduate plans and preparing for the next chapter. And throughout April break, NHS cleaned the foliage around the school as a community service opportunity. And the NHS induction is on this Wednesday, where we'll have our senior farewell and induct the newly accepted members. I will be giving a speech on leadership for my second year in a row as the NHS secretary. And the Leo Club just completed their second round of collecting bottles and cans from the Charlton Lions Club donation bin and redeeming them at TEDS for fundraising. We are thankful to our local clubs for helping us accomplish more.
Thank you. Question for Kirsten? Other than thanks for all the feedback during this. And on that note, I'm embarrassed. So on behalf of the committee, Kirsten, we want to sincerely appreciate, thank you, express our appreciation for the contributions and the input you had for the committee during the course of the year. And we certainly wish you all the best as you UMass Amherst, right? As you move on to UMass Amherst and enjoy all the fun festivities that a senior enjoys at this time of year. So, you know, a token of appreciation there and some flowers. Yeah, I just want to note that I think one of the most valuable things a committee like this can have is input from a student to help us, kind of keep us grounded on what's happening in the building. And we've been really fortunate over the years that I've been on the committee anyway to have some really good input, valuable input. Certainly Kirsten has been no exception to that. So all right, we'll move on to old business, of which there is none. So we'll move right into citizens' participation. Is there anyone here from the public who wishes to speak? Okay. We'll move into new business. We have a presentation this evening for the FY23 audit report. Scanlon Associates. So do you want to introduce?
Sure. So we have Mrs. Tom Scanlon from Scanlon Associates here to answer any questions on our FY23 audit. And with the recommendation of the audit subcommittee, the superintendent director, and the school business manager, we recommend the school committee vote to accept the FY23 annual audit from Scanlon Associates as presented.
So moved. Second.
There's a motion and second. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Oh, it's a good presentation, I mean.
We will note that Tom made a presentation in the subcommittee, so everyone had an opportunity to hear a more detailed version of that in subcommittee. Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thanks, sir.
Item B, FY '23 end of year report.
Through the chair, the superintendent director and the school business manager recommend to vote to return $645,857.65 of excess E&D to member towns by reducing their final FY 2024 assessment by June 1st as follows. And you have a copy of how that's broken out based on the district agreement and how the assessment was established per town on their capital population.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second. Any discussion or questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item C, FY '25 non-residential vocational tuition rates.
Through the chair, the superintendent director and school business manager recommend the school committee vote, one, that our non-resident tuition rate for our school year 2024-2025 be set at $18,018. Two, that our non-resident special education tuition rate for school year 2024-2025 be set at $20,000. Three, that the rate of non-resident transportation, if necessary, be based on our contract for transportation for the 2024-2025 school year by assessing a prorated share of the route or by assessing actual transportation costs.
So moved. Second.
Motion and second. Any questions or comments?
How many non-resident students do we have, approximately?
At the current time, I believe we have one. The way that we typically get a non-resident student is if an existing student, their family moves.
Yeah, okay.
And they ask to please finish out their time here rather than transferring. And I don't think it's ever been more than 2 in a year.
Okay, I just wondered.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Any other questions? All those in favor of the motion?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item D, transfer of funds, transportation reimbursement fund.
To the school chair, the superintendent director and the school business manager recommend that the school committee vote to authorize the transfer of up to $1 million into the transportation reimbursement fund to be used in FY '25 to offset student transportation costs assessed to our member towns.
So moved. Second.
Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item E, school choice.
Through the chair, the superintendent director recommends the school committee vote not to participate in the school choice program for the 2024-2025 school year.
So moved. Second.
Bob seconded. Any questions or comments? Seeing none, all those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. Yep, so we're gonna skip item F because that hasn't progressed out of, or didn't progress out of the policy subcommittee. Item G is the superintendent's evaluation.
Through the school chair, I submitted a detailed written end-of-year report on my goals with attached evidence. I'm prepared to answer any questions either this evening or between now and when you fill out your evaluation. If there's a request for additional clarification and or evidence, I can share that out to the entire committee. So if one has a question for more evidence, I'll share that among the entire committee.
So I guess the process we wanted to talk through on this is timing, how much time the committee needs to fill out your individual evaluations based on the template that everyone has, and then once we establish that, the time that would be needed to compile, and whether that works out to be a June timeframe or after the June timeframe, after the June meeting. So that's what I wanted to get a sense from the committee. How much time does everyone feel? I mean, if everyone can fill out within the next 2 weeks the evaluation, that should give enough opportunity to do a compilation of everything, to have a summary provided for our June meeting. Is that a fair task of everyone? 2 week timeframe. Okay. And then to the superintendent's point, I think, in the past, I think we've had some feedback where, not enough information provided or something of that nature. But as the superintendent stated, as you get into one of the objectives or goals and find that what has been provided doesn't really answer your questions or give you what you need to be able to do the evaluation, reach out to them and ask them for that additional information instead of saying not enough information provided. And then if he gets a question from one person, he'll share that same response out to everybody so everyone has it as well. Because if one person is missing it, more than one. And the last question I have for everybody is traditionally, and we had some conversation around this last year, traditionally we've all received all the written verbatims that everyone's provided. And we had some conversation last year around wanting to have the chair take those and instead of kind of just putting them all out there as they were, summarizing them. I'm fine either way. It's really a choice of the committee what you want to see in the packet that gets presented. Whether what we did last year with kind of a summary of the ratings and then all the verbatims from each individual member, or a summarized version of all the verbatims. It's up to the committee. I just didn't want to take one approach or the other without everyone's concurrence and being comfortable with whatever path we take.
Refresh my memory, please. How did we do it last time?
Last year, I compiled and averaged out the ratings, the rating section. But the verbatims were all just that. They were word for word of what the various committee members provided as far as cut verbatims go, as cut and paste. Yep.
Is that a daunting task to do that? I mean, because you look at the timetable here,
Yeah.
are we going to hit that June meeting on?
I'm going to be honest with you. To me, it would be more daunting to try to impartially summarize it. I'm just being honest. That's the way, when we took the training, Tracy actually preferred the summarized version. That's the way she suggested that it should be done. I've got myself, being the one who would have to do it, I've got a little discomfort with it because you want to make sure you capture everyone's feelings, and it's almost impossible to do that if you're summarizing it. You're trying to summarize it. Right? So, to me, it would be less daunting to take the verbatims. I'll do it either way.
I make a motion to do the verbatim so you can just cut and paste and people can see exactly what each person.
Second. Any questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right. What does 2 weeks bring us as far as the calendar? So we 20th. Okay. All right, item H, surplus equipment. The first one we have up is building and property maintenance.
Through the chair, superintendent, director, the vocational director, and the school business manager recommend the school committee vote to place 1, Jameson Laser, and 2, Delta bandsaws on the surplus equipment list to be disposed of according to the school committee surplus equipment policy using the most appropriate method available.
So moved.
Second. Questions, comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Culinary arts.
Through the chair, the superintendent director, the vocational director, and the school business manager recommend the school committee vote to place 68 textbooks of little to no value on the surplus equipment list to be disposed of according to the school committee surplus equipment policy using the most appropriate method available.
So moved. Second.
Questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Graphic Communications.
Through the chair, superintendent director, vocational director, school business manager, recommend the school committee vote to place one Roland TrueViz SG 640 with automatic take-up reel and the surplus equipment to be disposed of according to the most appropriate method of.
So moved. Second.
Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Technology.
Through the chair, superintendent director, school business manager, and IT director recommend the school committee vote to place 211 devices of little to no value on the surplus equipment list to be disposed of according to the school committee surplus equipment policy using the appropriate methods of government.
So moved.
Second.
Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Next item we have is item I, Executive Assistant to the Director, Practical Nursing Program Employment Policy.
Through the school chair, the superintendent director, and the director of the practical nursing program recommend the school committee vote to approve the executive assistant to the director of practical nursing employment policy as submitted.
So moved.
Second.
Questions or comments? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Item J, approval of participation in Skills USA Nationals Conference.
Through the school chair, the superintendent director, the vocational director, the practical nursing director, and the school business manager recommend the school committee vote to allow 2 Bay Path students, 4 practical nursing students, 2 advisors and chaperones, and 1 administrator to attend the Skills USA National Conference in Atlanta, Georgia from June 24th through the 29th, 2024 for a cost for secondary students of approximately $10,300 to be paid out of the account number 53 Skills USA, and the cost for PM students of $10,075 contingent upon confirmation of the LPN newly budgeted revenues to be paid out of account 12334 Skills USA expense.
So moved.
Second.
Questions, comments? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Move on to item C, section C, information and proposals. We have the report from the superintendent director.
Through the chair, I submitted a written superintendent director report. If anybody has any questions, I'm prepared to answer those now.
Are there any questions? Move on to subcommittee reports. We'll start with audit subcommittee.
We met with Scanlon Associates, or Mr. Scanlon from Scanlon Associates tonight for a presentation on our audit and some minor discrepancies thereof and his recommendations for correction. Mr. Bender's working towards that. He'll give us a cost analysis for a consultant to come in at some point in the future to assist the accountant with the duties and make sure everything is where it is. Just a minor accounting oversights was the crux of the audit. But we recommended to the committee for full approval.
Thank you. Budget subcommittee. Mr. Shaw.
Towns are presently going through their annual town meeting. Doesn't appear to be any issues with our budget, so we'll wait until towns make it official.
We have buildings and grounds subcommittee. Welcome to report. Negotiation subcommittee.
We have, last Thursday, we had the final in-person negotiations with Unit M, and we settled the contract with the administrators last Thursday. I sent out an email this afternoon to the subcommittee members stating so. And I'd just like to recognize between the teachers and the administrators, the subcommittee folks have been very good giving their inputs, and I was able to bring some new ideas through them to the table. So I'd like to thank them today for their attendance and B, for their inputs. It was very helpful. So thank you. And thank you to the superintendent, to Dean for being there, and for our lawyer who was in, Morris, who carried ball, negotiating with us through everything also. So it was very good. Everybody was good at both sides.
Thanks, Dave. Policy subcommittee.
We had met earlier this evening, long discussion on student handbook change, item number 4, the dress code. And we did not recommend it to be forward to the full school board.
Okay, thanks, Peter. The warrants subcommittee, as noted earlier, the warrants hopefully have already circulated. If you haven't seen it, it's up here in the corner. Item D, future business. Our next meeting, regular meeting will be on June 3rd, right here at 7 o'clock. And as always, topics for the future agenda. If you have anything, please let me know. Cheryl know, the superintendent know. Item E, action, superintendent.
Through the chair, first, I want to thank Kirsten for a wonderful job this year, and congratulations and good luck. Second, it's Teacher Appreciation Week, all week, so if you see your teacher, show your appreciation. We have a series of small gifts and plans throughout the week for our teachers. Hopefully they find some joy in it, and we do appreciate our entire staff for all that they do. Echo the chair's comments. During this time of recent tragedy, it was humbling, the amount of support and how everybody came together from our staff and our students and bolstered the DuPonts in this time to do so. It was touching. It's a testament to the students and the staff and the school and our community as a whole. So that was much appreciated. I want to thank our skills participants, although we're not moving on to nationals. There were several silver placements, and everybody who competed should feel proud at the state level. They represented well on that. And I want to wish our LPN students who will be proceeding on to nationals and our 2 delegates all the best. It's a phenomenal time, as many of you can testify to who have attended nationals. And why that isn't on national news, I don't know. That's what should be highlighted. Our students and the skills that they receive is truly incredible. And with that, I want to congratulate our Masons and Mr. Tripp and instructor Mike Green, as well as Paul Champeau, for pulling together and hosting this year's annual MTTA, Mass Trowel Trades Association contest. It was at a longtime Bay Path supporter, Kamasi Masonry, and a good time was had by all. I think there are 7 Mason programs throughout the state, and 6 showed up, and we represented very well, didn't we?
Yes.
We taken some firsts and seconds and overall, so it was great. And there, just talking, we talked earlier in the subcommittee about admissions, and our students are preparing for the workforce, and just independently too. People want an instructor and want the president of Ideal Block. We laid that high school student who's 18 has a $100,000 a year hardscape business while attending school, and it was one-upped by the instructor who said he has a 16-year-old student in masonry who just hired a $90,000 a year manager for his hardscape. So these are real skills, real jobs, and real opportunities for all our students who are walking out with the credentials to go into work. So congratulations on that. I want to congratulate Don Moffell. Is it official or unofficial count?
I got the letter today, so.
It's official, you're re-elected to the school committee. And strategic plan. Thank you to everybody, all our stakeholders, all our teachers, our students, school committee, parents, and business and industry who came out. We held our last meeting this past Saturday. Ton of good input. We're formulating all of that, so it's in one voice, and we'll present it during the June school committee for your review and approval on that. So again, thank you to everybody
roundtable.
All right. Kirsten, I just want to thank you. Just echo Mr. Becker's words that all students always hit it out of the park. It's good to hear from students. So thank you for your time. Best of luck at UMass next year. It was good. Bob and I had a chance to judge Skills USA in Marlboro last Friday. So that was always a good time. Day flies by for that. And looking forward to the Bay Path Golf Tournament, the 18th. So put a plug in for that. It's a match play, so it's easy. Everybody can do it.
And I can do it.
Even you can do it.
That's saying
Looking forward.
That's saying something.
Glad to have you on the team.
Spend all my time in
Thanks.
Kirsten, I wanted to wish you the best of luck at UMass and thank you for all the great reports you gave us. I'm sure your grandparents will be very proud of you. So,
Hello, Kirsten. Happy birthday tomorrow, Kirsten.
Oh, man. Could get some more flowers.
Thank you for participating for all year with us, putting up with us for the year. Did a great job. Good luck, you guys.
Congratulations and happy birthday,
Get a shout out for Mr. L. Freddie Beelan, who was named, what was it, Grand Marshal for the Memorial Day Parade. Very nice. If you have a chance to look up the Webster Times online, tremendous article. Very well deserved. Very well done. Congratulations again to Mr. Montville for a successful re-election. And happy Teacher Appreciation Week. So be kind to a teacher. That's it.
While you were teachers, right? So on the other end, thank you for your. It's nice to hear that you were all, many of you were there for during the tragedy. I notice things online. You don't always get that. There's a little touch of almost a private school here. The type of care people get in private schools. There's a lot of. It's nice to hear about it, and I've heard comments about it in town that there's efforts made by teachers here, and it's nice to hear. And Kirsten, thank you for your service. I hope it continues on in your life. I did something similar when I was younger, and it sticks with you. You realize you've made a contribution, and it's not always recognized. People do listen to you when you talk, and it's an important way to. The intergenerational communication is more valuable than people realize. And you, sir, thank you for your continued work with the veterans. As you know, there was a time I was close to the Kirsten's age, but this country wasn't kind to our veterans. And that's turned around. I'm very glad to see that. But it's because of people like you that continue to stand behind these men when things weren't fair.
I'll start over there with Joe. Your comments were excellent regarding Noah's passing and the support that the Bay Path community has shown. You really brought out some emotion in myself when you were speaking about that. And I've said it once, I'll say it a million times. What a fantastic community. I love the Bay Path community. Teachers, administration, everyone is always there when someone is down. So just fantastic. You couldn't put it any better. So I'm going any further with that, but wonderful. Kirsten, thank you for all that you've done.
Those are gonna be some tough shoes to fill for sure. Maybe you could help us select the next person and get the word out. Since you know exactly what they'll be up against. Thank you. Mr. Monville, congratulations. Al, congratulations. You can be a better guy for that job. And to the teachers, you all rock. Happy Teacher Appreciation Week. That's all I have.
Kirsten, good luck in your future endeavors. I just kind of echo everybody else's sentiments of all the topics. It's tough times, but we get through it.
President, very thankful for your participation in this committee. You performed very well. You informed us with so many things, and I wish you the best of luck and ongoing success in your life. I also would like to ask and present to the committee, as you receive this, we would be, as commander, I would be representing the memoriam of our veterans and also of our past Sergeant Wilby of the Marine Corps, passed on as our school committee member. And any of the school committee participation would be greatly appreciated by everyone. And Mr. Monville, thank you for continuing your election procedures. Very successful. And I'm looking forward to our participation and also the recognition of the loss of one of our students who was one of our own. So, thank you.
Kristen, congratulations. Best of luck. We appreciate your full year of keeping us informed of what's going on. My condolences to Noah's family. Keep the faith. Be strong. We'll miss him. Also, Al, congratulations.
Thank you.
Quick question to the superintendent. When is Ms. Novak going to be coming in to give us a service?
Thank you. She did right back this morning. So she gave 2 dates to the chair. She offered Thursday, May 23rd or Wednesday, May 29th. If that doesn't work, she would be looking in July for the subcommittee of policy, just kick it off. So if you want to let me know, what date works best for the majority or that we can get a quorum, I will get back to Ms. Noble.
Okay.
Thank you for the reminder.
Yep. And also, best of luck to the LPN program. Hope they can actually take first place in their challenge. That's about it.
I don't know, I don't wanna put anyone on the spot, but would it be easier to pick a date with everyone here on the policy subcommittee? Find out if the 23rd or the 29th works.
I can't do the 23rd.
29th. So, it would be Helen, John, Al, Peter, George, Bob Tremblay, Bob Zukowski. Jeff, oh, okay, Jeff and Ellen. No,
So it's just these.
just the type ones, okay. This is the kickoff for the policy process with Massey.
Oh.
No,
May.
the 2 dates are May 23rd or May 29th. And if one of those doesn't work, it would be in July.
Yeah, the 23rd is a Thursday. We'd love to do it 5:30, whatever. Those are the time, the evening for school committee. After work, and the 29th is a Wednesday, the following.
I am on that, right?
You are. Oh, well, no, you're not, you're not.
Okay, all right.
I'm fine with that, Dave.
Without either date, 23rd,
I think so, quite sure.
any 23rd not work for everyone?
5:30, 23rd, 5:30? We'll let her know.
All right, Jeff, you're up.
Nothing for me to add, everything nice and appropriate has already been said, so we'll go down.
Just thank you for everybody for the congratulatory messages. I also want to thank all the hundreds of child voters who are watching this for their support on Saturday's election. Thank you.
Oh, that was real political.
That's what it's all about today. Everything is social media.
Campaign finance, campaign finance laws broken.
No, this rest was
Al, congratulations on Grand Marshal. That was a very nice article, by the way. And I am heartfelt, I really want to thank you for doing this every year. And I especially this year, with Bob Wilkie. He was truly missed. And I think this is wonderful. So, thank you. And listen, good luck, congratulations. And you'll have a great time. You had all the fun last Sunday here.
Don't have that much fun.
I just wanted to say thank you for everybody for being so welcoming and also for listening to my reports every day and giving me your questions and allowing me to answer and just for being so nice and all your messages and thanks for all the birthday wishes.
I'm gonna jump back over here.
Just a quick question, and I might have missed it, when we were talking about the superintendent's evaluation. Do you want all of our emails, or do you want to go through the book?
Can I go through you with that? Let's go through,
Usually,
we'll keep it centralized with Cheryl and Tim. Good, thank you. All right, yeah, so Kirsten, good luck. And I also want to thank Kirsten's parents, because I know you've been regular participants or attendees as well and support of her, so thank you for sharing her with us and for your time as well. And I'm going to abide by the superintendent's request and instruction and thank a few teachers. So Nicole, Eileen, Mary, thank you all. Happy Teachers Appreciation Week. I didn't miss any teachers, did I? Okay. What's that?
Oh, Mrs. Scobie is
one of our own too. Sorry, George.
No, that's all right, I'm not really a teacher.
Yeah, I thought you were administration, that's why, I mean, not that I don't want to appreciate administration as well.
I
right?
did pay my dues though, I'll take it.
How about we do this, all past and present teachers? So we cover.
And Charlton,
And with that, I don't think I have anything else. So,
Motion to adjourn?
second, all those in favor? Opposed? Motion carries. No room. Thank you for doing it.
You're welcome. You put the bird in my ear.